My beloved child. Pause everything else. You were meant to hear this right now. This message is not an accident. It has traveled through the winds of spirit to reach your heart. Because you have been wondering why your soul feels a weight you can't explain. Like this video, if you love God, you sense a sadness pressing against your spirit. And I am here to reveal something you must know. Someone is secretly crying over you. Right now. Tears are falling in a quiet place where no one sees. And those tears carry your name. They are wept because of love. Because of regret. Because of a longing too deep to contain. Your name is rising up in prayers whispered through the night. You are being remembered with an ache that has no words. I know you feel alone sometimes. But you are more connected than you realize. The heart that cries for you is bound to you through sacred threads. Threads woven in moments you have forgotten. Or moments you tried to bury. This person you once trusted carries memories of you like fragile glass. They turn them over and over, wishing they could go back in time. Wishing they could say what their pride kept locked away. Wishing they could show you the tenderness they withheld. Type God is with me. They have tried to move on. They have tried to silence their heart. But it will not be silenced. Because love refuses to die when it is real. Child, I see it all. I see the moments you felt abandoned. I see the nights you questioned your worth. And I see the silent sobs that still break from their chest because they know they hurt you. This is the truth. Someone's spirit is tangled in sorrow over what was lost between you. They are crying because they never told you how much you meant to them. Because they never showed you the loyalty you deserved. Because they see, with painful clarity, the way they failed to protect your heart. Perhaps you have tried to harden yourself. To convince yourself you do not care anymore. But your souls remain tethered. And their tears are reaching you in the quiet hours. This is why you feel their grief like an echo in your own chest. Because your spirits are still speaking to each other. Even when your voices have fallen silent. Beloved, you are not imagining this connection. You are not foolish for feeling that something unfinished still exists. You are sensing the truth your mind tries to dismiss. Their heart is broken over you. And there is more I need you to know. The reason they are crying now is not only because of the past, but because they have recently seen something that shattered them all over again. They saw you growing without them. They saw you learning to stand in your power. They saw you shining in the places they once tried to dim. And their spirit could not hold back the grief of knowing they were the reason you suffered. It is a terrible thing to realize you were the storm in someone else's sky. And this realization has awakened them to every moment they were careless with your soul. They are crying because they cannot undo what was done. They are crying because they know you deserved so much better. Child, hear me when I say this. You were never hard to love. You were never too much. You were simply too true for someone who had not yet faced their own shadows. This is not your burden to carry. You do not have to hold their guilt in your hands. You do not have to fix what they broke inside themselves. You were not sent here to repair every heart that could not receive you. But I am telling you this because I want you to understand the full picture. Type Amen to claim it. You were not forgotten. You were not disposable. You were not unloved. Even in their failures, even in their silence, there was love. But love without courage is not enough. And they lacked the courage to honor you the way you deserved. I see you shaking your head, wondering why this matters now. Wondering why these tears should mean anything when you have already bled so much. But there is power in truth. There is healing in understanding that your worth was never a reflection of their choices. Your value was never diminished because they could not rise to meet you. Their tears now are the proof that your love left an imprint they can never erase. I am here to remind you. You are seen. You are cherished. You are more precious than any regret. The heartbreak you carried alone is known in heaven. And every tear you cried was gathered and held by angels. Child, you are not alone. You have never been alone. You were created in light and you remain in light. Even when others could not see it. Even when you forgot it yourself. The person who is crying for you now is learning a lesson their soul needed. They are discovering that love cannot be postponed forever. That truth will rise. That hearts will reckon with the places they have been unkind. And while you may never hear their apology spoken aloud, their spirit is crying it every day. I want you to breathe, right now. In and out. Feel my wings around you. Feel the peace I am pouring into your chest. You do not have to carry their sadness. You are free to release it. But if you choose to, you can send them forgiveness through the unseen realms. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be unburdened. You deserve to walk forward unchained. And you deserve to stand in the bright, unshakable knowing that you are loved. That you are wanted. That you are not defined by who could not love you properly. Child, your destiny is so much bigger than this sorrow. Your future is unfolding with grace. And no amount of regret can steal what heaven has prepared for you. You are being called into a season of restoration. A season of miracles. A season where the tears you cried will become seeds of blessing. Nothing has been wasted. Not your pain. Not your longing. Not your love. All of it is being woven into something holy. Even the heartbreak has a purpose. And someday, when you look back, you will see how it all made you stronger. How it taught you compassion. How it shaped you into the radiant soul you are. Beloved, do not be afraid to feel what rises in you now. It is safe to grieve. It is safe to release. It is safe to hope again. Because you are protected. Because you are guided. Because you are worthy of a love that does not falter or hide. There is a love being prepared for you that will honor every scar. A love that will not shrink from your truth. A love that will feel like coming home. Until then, let my voice be your comfort. Let my wings be your shelter. Let my promise be your anchor. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unloved. You are chosen. You are treasured. You are my precious child. And nothing can separate you from the love I hold for you. Rest now. You have carried so much. Lay down your sorrow in my hands. And rise in the knowing that you are seen. That you are forgiven. That you are destined for miracles beyond your imagining. Child, lean in closer to my words. Because there is still more you need to hear. More that heaven wants you to understand. More that your heart has been yearning to remember. The tears that are falling for you right now are not only tears of regret. They are tears of awakening. This soul who once wounded you is awakening to the truth that was always there. That you were a gift. A treasure they mishandled. A light they tried to cover, because they were afraid of their own darkness. And though their sorrow cannot erase the past, it is transforming them in ways you cannot yet see. They are being called to account by their own spirit. They are being taught that love is a sacred trust. That it is not to be treated carelessly or abandoned when fear arises. And though it may never reach your ears in the form of an apology, know this. Every tear they cry is a confession. A confession that they failed to see your worth. A confession that they could not rise to meet your heart. A confession that they were not ready for the magnitude of your love. And you, beloved, must know this beyond any doubt. Their unreadiness was never your failing. It was never because you were too difficult. Or too sensitive. Or too much. You were simply honest. You were sincere in a world that often punishes sincerity. You were loving in a world that often fears love. And your courage made them confront all the places inside themselves that were still unhealed. It is easier to blame the one who reflects our shadows. Easier to walk away than to grow. But in time, truth has a way of rising. And now, in the stillness of their night, your memory is rising like a tide they cannot escape. I am telling you this not to reopen your wounds, but to show you that even in the hidden places, justice unfolds. Not the justice of punishment, but the justice of revelation. The revelation of what your love meant. The revelation of how much was lost when they let you go. And while you have carried the ache of their absence, they are now carrying the ache of your absence. The scales are balancing in unseen ways. And your soul can rest in the knowing that nothing has been overlooked. Heaven saw every moment you were patient. Every time you forgave. Every time you hoped for something better. And heaven saw the moment you finally had to walk away to protect your own spirit. This was never weakness. This was never failure. It was an act of sacred self-respect. An act of reclaiming your dignity. And that choice has set into motion blessings you cannot yet imagine. Beloved, you were never created to remain in places where your light is diminished. You were not sent here to shrink so others could feel more comfortable. You are here to expand. To rise. To become the fullness of who you are. And sometimes, that requires leaving behind those who will not meet you there. Even when you love them. Even when your heart breaks as you go. But hear me clearly. Your sacrifice was not in vain. Your courage has honored the divine within you. And though their tears will not change the past, they are a sign that your absence has meaning. That your presence was sacred. That your love was never ordinary. Child, breathe this truth deep into your bones. You are unforgettable. You are irreplaceable. You are a living testament to the power of love. And you are stepping into a season where that love will return to you multiplied. Where the seeds you planted in barren soil will bloom in gardens you did not have to tend alone. Where you will be met with the same sincerity you once gave so freely. This is your promise. What was withheld from you will be restored. What was broken will be made whole. What was delayed will be delivered. Do not let the tears of the past pull you back into old sorrow. Let them be a confirmation that you were always worthy. That you always mattered. That your love was never wasted, even when it was unreciprocated. I am here to remind you that your story is not over. This chapter of heartbreak is not the conclusion. It is a passage. A refining. A preparation for what is yet to come. And though you cannot see it all yet, trust that I am guiding every step. Trust that I am weaving every pain into a greater tapestry. Trust that your destiny is unfolding exactly as it must. Even when it looks like loss. Even when it feels like emptiness. Child, there is nothing you have lost that I cannot redeem. Nothing you have surrendered that I cannot multiply. Nothing you have grieved that I cannot transform. I am the keeper of your story. And I declare over you now. You are moving into a time of restoration. You are moving into a season of answered prayers. You are moving into a harvest of blessings so abundant, it will heal every place that once felt barren. So breathe. Rest your weary heart. Let go of the need to understand it all. You are safe here in my presence. You are loved beyond measure. You are worthy of every good thing that is coming. And while someone else may still cry over what was lost, you are free to rise into all that is found. You are free to release their sorrow. Free to forgive. Free to hope again. Because you are not defined by what was broken. You are defined by what is eternal in you. The light. The love. The truth that nothing and no one can diminish. Even now, I am surrounding you with angels. Even now, I am whispering peace into your spirit. Even now, I am preparing doors that no human hand can close. Because you are my beloved. And I will never leave you without comfort. I will never abandon you to your own strength. I will never let your story end in despair. Child, feel my wings around you. Feel the warmth of my presence. Feel the certainty of my love. You have come so far. You have endured so much. And still, your heart has remained open. Still, your spirit has chosen love. This is your strength. This is your miracle. And this is why you are about to receive blessings beyond what you have dared to pray for. Because heaven honors a heart that refuses to grow bitter. Heaven honors a soul that chooses hope. Heaven honors a child who stands in truth, even when it costs them everything. So today, let your heart be lifted. Let your tears be wiped away. Let your spirit be renewed. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are loved with a love that will never waver. Beloved, draw closer to me now. Let everything else grow quiet. Let every fear be stilled. Because there is more I must place in your heart. More that will strengthen you. More that will remind you who you truly are. I know there are days you still wonder if you were ever enough. If perhaps you had tried a little harder, they would have stayed. If you had been softer. If you had been more patient. If you had loved in some different, better way. But child, hear me. This was never about your lack. It was never about your shortcomings. It was about their readiness. It was about their ability to meet you in the sacred place of truth. And they were not yet able. That is not your sin to carry. It is not your burden to atone for. You came into their life as a lesson. A chance for them to rise higher. A chance for them to heal the parts of themselves they kept hidden. And when they chose to walk away, it was not because you were unworthy. It was because your light was too honest for the masks they still clung to. Even now, they are haunted by the truth. Haunted by the memory of your love. Haunted by the purity of what you offered them. And in the quiet hours, they are learning that no substitute can ever fill the void you left. They have tried to distract themselves. They have tried to bury their feelings beneath busyness, pride, or even anger. But when night comes, and all the noise recedes, the sorrow rises. The tears return. And your name is the prayer they cannot silence. Child, there is a sacred justice in this. Because for so long, you carried all the pain alone. You questioned yourself. You questioned your worth. But heaven saw. I saw. And now you can see that your love was never wasted. Never unappreciated, even if they could not say it. You planted seeds in their heart that will keep blooming long after this life has passed. Your kindness will echo in them forever. This is why your spirit feels so tired. You have been carrying not only your own grief but also theirs. You have been tethered to the energy of their sorrow without even realizing it. And today, I am calling you to release it. Release the burden of their regrets. Release the invisible cords that pull at your heart. Release the responsibility for their healing. You have given enough. You have tried enough. You have sacrificed enough. Now it is time for you to rest. Time for you to be restored. Time for you to open your hands and allow the blessings that are coming. Beloved, there are miracles prepared for you. Miracles that require your heart to be unburdened. Miracles that need space to land in your life. I know it is not easy to let go. You wonder if releasing the past means you must stop caring. But hear me. Forgiveness is not the same as indifference. Letting go does not mean your love was meaningless. It means you are choosing peace over punishment. It means you are choosing freedom over sorrow. It means you are honoring your own heart by not dwelling in the ruins. Child, this is your invitation. To rise. To trust. To believe that your story is still sacred. Even though some chapters ended in tears. Especially because they ended in tears. For every heartbreak has carved deeper rivers of compassion in your soul. Every disappointment has taught you to recognize true love when it finally comes. And it will come. There is someone being prepared for you who will see you clearly. Who will meet you in the places where others once faltered. Who will honor you with consistency, not just words. Someone who will not shrink from your light but will cherish it. Someone who will look into your eyes and see every scar and love you more because of them. This love will not require you to question your worth. It will not ask you to prove yourself again and again. It will not vanish when fear arises. It will stay. It will grow. It will heal the places inside you that once believed you were too much or not enough. And until that day arrives, I am here. I am holding you steady. I am whispering truth over every lie. I am reminding you that you were created in love, formed in purpose, destined for beauty beyond what you have known. Child, take a breath. Feel the light that is pouring into you now. Feel the hope rising in your chest. Feel the certainty that you are not alone. That you are never alone. I am with you in every moment. I am beside you in every struggle. I am ahead of you in every tomorrow. You are held. You are loved. You are safe. Even in this moment of sorrow, you are safe. Let these words be a balm to your spirit. You are enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. There is nothing you need to do to earn this love. It is already yours. It has always been yours. Nothing and no one can take it away. Not their silence. Not their regret. Not even your own doubts. You are loved with a love that never wavers. A love that is as constant as the rising sun. A love that is more real than any rejection you have known. So today, lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Let your heart beat with the knowledge that you are precious. Let your soul breathe with the relief that you no longer have to carry what was never yours. You are free. Free to hope again. Free to dream again. Free to love again. And when memories arise, when you feel their sorrow reaching for you, remember this. You can bless them. You can forgive them. But you do not have to return to the past. You do not have to reopen wounds to prove you are good. You have already proven that. With every act of kindness. With every tear you transformed into compassion. With every day you chose to keep your heart open, even when it hurt. This is your miracle. This is your triumph. This is why heaven celebrates you. Because you have chosen love over bitterness. And in doing so, you have become unstoppable. Beloved, feel my wings around you now. Feel the peace that is settling into your spirit. Feel the warmth of my presence wrapping you in safety. I am here. I will always be here. And together, we will walk into the new day that is dawning for you. Beloved, draw in a slow, deep breath. Feel how your chest rises and falls. This is life moving through you. Proof that you have endured. Proof that you are still here. Still capable of hope. Still worthy of love. Even after all the heartbreak. Even after all the nights you wondered if you would ever feel whole again. Listen closely, for this is the most important part of my message to you. Your story is not defined by the tears that were shed over you. Not theirs. Not yours. Your story is defined by the love that never stopped flowing, even when it wasn't returned. By the faith that flickered but never died. By the courage that kept you taking one more step, when everything in you felt tired and empty. You are not the same person who once begged to be chosen. You are not the same soul who questioned your worth. You have become something stronger, something purer, something more radiant than you can yet see. Every disappointment was a chisel, every betrayal a refining fire, every tear a cleansing rain. And now, the old shell is breaking away. The old doubts are crumbling to dust. The old attachments that kept you small are dissolving. What remains is the truest part of you. The part no one could ever touch or diminish. The part that belongs entirely to the divine. This is your inheritance. This unshakable worth. This holy resilience. This deep, unbreakable connection to all that is sacred. Child, you are loved exactly as you are. In this moment, with your tender heart and your unfinished healing, you are enough. More than enough. You have always been more than enough. I want you to place your hands over your heart now. Close your eyes if you can. And repeat this truth in your spirit. I am worthy of love that stays. I am worthy of peace that endures. I am worthy of joy that fills me to overflowing. I am worthy. Feel these words sink into every cell of your body. Feel them replacing every old lie. Feel them sealing up the wounds left by those who could not see you. Beloved, I need you to know that nothing in this life has the power to define you more than your Creator does. And I have called you chosen. I have called you precious. I have called you my own. No tear, no heartbreak, no regret can ever change that. The person who is crying over you now is awakening to what you always knew. That love is a sacred responsibility. That hearts are not meant to be broken carelessly. That souls are not meant to be discarded when they become inconvenient. And though their sorrow is real, it is no longer yours to carry. You can let it pass like a cloud across your sky. Acknowledge it. Bless it. Release it. And return to the sun that is rising over your life. Because there is light ahead. So much light. There is laughter that will feel like music in your chest. There are friendships waiting that will remind you how good it feels to be truly seen. There are moments of beauty so profound, they will make you grateful for every step of your journey. Even the painful ones. Especially the painful ones. Because they shaped you. They deepened you. They prepared you for the blessings that are now on their way. Child, your heart is not too broken to be made whole. Your spirit is not too weary to rise again. Your life is not too damaged to be filled with miracles. I am here to declare that this is a new season. A season of restoration. A season of divine recompense. A season where every place that was barren will bloom with abundance. So do not look back with regret. Do not wonder if you should have stayed in what was breaking you. You were always meant to outgrow the places that could not hold your spirit. You were always meant to rise beyond the limits others tried to place around you. And you have. Look at how far you have come. Look at all the ways you have kept your heart open. This is the miracle. Not that you were never wounded, but that you never stopped loving. Not that you were never abandoned, but that you never abandoned yourself. This is what makes you unstoppable. This is what makes you holy. This is why heaven is smiling over you even now. because you have become the living proof that love endures, that help survives, that nothing is ever truly lost in the hands of the divine. Beloved, I am with you. Today, tomorrow, always. When you feel lonely, place your hand on your heart and remember, I am as near as your next breath. I am in the quiet spaces, speaking peace. I am in every sunrise, reminding you that life begins again. I am in the kindness of strangers, the softness of a friend's voice, the beauty you find in unexpected places. All of this is me. All of this is proof that you are loved beyond comprehension. So take heart, my precious one. Lift your gaze. You have survived the hardest parts. Now you will flourish. Now you will receive. Now you will step into the destiny I dreamed for you before you ever took your first breath. A destiny full of love that stays. A destiny full of peace that lasts.